Well, if you happen to be moving in Uganda, there's some phrases you will not miss to hear. Omuntu ono anaaba atya? Obuntu bulamu kye ki? Abaffe akoze kino naye muntu? These are common aphorisms among the Baganda on what it means to be a human being. Is human being just born or someone is just made? That's the reason we are here, to present to you the concept of a human being and the concept of the Baganda. Before we continue, let us introduce ourselves. I am Ronald Kabobi, PCJ, that is Philosophical Center, Jinja, and I am a Muganda, Year 1 Philosophy.
I am Second Jaco George. I belong to Enchima clan, Muzukuru wa Mugema. I am a PCJ student. I belong to the Order of Servants of Mary.
I'm Francis Magala. I'm also doing philosophy at PCJ, Year 1. I'm from Masaka. I'm from Lugave clan.
I'm Makanga Francis, PCJ Year 1, Muzukuru wa Senkoso.
Well, thank you very much. We are the Baganda Group 2, and we are here to present to you the concept of Omuntu in the understanding of the Baganda. In the heart of Uganda, around the northern shores of Lake Victoria, we find the kingdom of the Baganda. These are the people whose origins are traced right back from the migrations in Africa. They settled there, they staged there, so influential politically, with a structure that is very hard to break. Among the Baganda, to be known as a human, it is not automatic. It is something earned through what they call Ubuntu, the quality of being a human being. The Baganda people held a powerful idea that a person is not just made. This idea is captured in 2 words, Omuntu and Ubuntu. Well, the etymology itself is revealing. Omuntu refers to the human being, while Ubuntu, the quality of being human. One must become human through the expression of virtues such as compassion, respect, communal responsibility. How do we understand that this an individual qualifies to be known as Omuntu, or a person? For that reason, I call upon the next presenter to tell us more about this concept.
So the idea of humanity is practical in different ways. Now, humanity is what we call Ubuntu. Now, this Ubuntu, humanity, is practical in different ways. How? We have hospitality. In Uganda, we call it Okwaniriza Abagenyi. Secondly, are the manners and characters, which we call Empisa. And then we have also the community life. Now, community life is Obumu. Going back to the idea of hospitality, in Uganda, when a visitor arrives, you leave whatever you are doing and then welcome the visitor. And this is what you will also see with our parents. They teach us that whenever you see a visitor, you run and welcome them. There's a common saying which says, Olugende njala terudda. This indicates that any visitor who comes along, be it a man, woman, just welcome. And now this visitor should never leave that home or place without taking a drink or eating. In Uganda, we usually prepare our food, matoke, usually accompanied with beef. So the other aspect is the manners and practices and the characters. So there's a saying which says, empisa z'omwana ziva mu bazadde, meaning the discipline, the morals of the children come from the parents. Meaning, the parents have the responsibility to teach their children good manners. Now, the true person, omuntu ddala mu Buganda, is that person who is well disciplined. For example, if you're greeting an elder, you say, wasuze otya ssebo. You don't say, wasuze otya musajja gwe. Musajja gwe is like a disrespect. Wasuze otya mukazi gwe. But instead of omukazi, we say omukyala. Omukyala is a word in English we say lady, granting respect to this female person. Then the idea of community life is usually observed in times of suffering, say death. In Buganda, when a person loses a relative or a beloved one, all community members have to come and help in the following ways. Preparing the place, cleaning the dead body, and this is very visible in our communities.
Yeah, in the Baganda worldview, the human person, omuntu, is never understood as an isolated individual. Instead, a person is embedded in a deep network of relationships, especially those rooted in clan and ancestry. These relationships form what we can call vertical Ubuntu, the connection that links the living, the dead, and the unborn in the continuing community. First, the clan, Ekika, is central to personal identity. For a Muganda like me, to know my clan is to know my origin and my moral expectations. A Muganda is introduced not merely by his or her personal name, but by clan or Omuziro. I can introduce myself by saying Omugave. This clearly indicates that I am from Lugave clan, and it gives me identity. This shows that identity is inherited but not manufactured. Second, the clan. The Muganda experiences ancestry as a living presence. The ancestors, the Bajaja, are not dead and forgotten. They are active members of the community who continue to guide and protect the living. They form part of the same moral universe. The living honor them through rituals, names, and ethical conduct. In this way, a Muganda person is part of a long chain. The living draw life from the dead, prepare the ground for the unborn. Life does not begin with the individual, it flows through generations. Another powerful expression is continuity. This is continuity in naming. Names among the Baganda are not random. They are a medium of identity and memory. Many children are named after ancestors, relatives, or significant clan figures. Through names, the ancestor is symbolically reborn into the family, ensuring the continuity of lineage. For example, myself, my name is Francis Magala. That name was of my grandfather. In so, names remind a person who they are. In calling me my name, I remember my grandfather. I think of him, though I did not see him. Finally, clan and ancestry affect moral behavior. A Muganda is expected to act in ways that uphold the dignity of the clan and respect ancestors. Moral failure is not merely personal failure, it dishonors the lineage. Thus, for the Baganda, personhood includes responsibility to ancestors who give life, to the community one belongs to, and to the future generations who will inherit the moral world you create. But you may ask yourself, does this one sound too traditional? Does it still exist, or is it still possible to live this way? I will call my brother to talk about that.
Those roots are deep, but today they are being tested. As we look at Ganda society now, we see a shift toward obwa sechinom, extreme individualism. We leave behind high walls, and locked gates. We have traded community square for smartphones. Tuvudde ku nsisinkano ey'obuntu ne tudda ku masimu. There is a proverb that warns us, nantabuulirirwa yasaabala bwa bbumba, that the one who doesn't listen to advice ends up in trouble. Today we often stop listening to our elders and community, thinking that we can stand alone. But in Ganda anthropology, a person standing alone is incomplete. We also face a crisis of presence. We are physically here, but mentally elsewhere. Obuntu requires okufaayo, deep concern. You cannot show Ubuntu through a like on social media. It requires looking someone in the eyes and sharing that burden. Finally, we are losing our mother tongue. If we stop speaking Luganda, we lose the very words that define our values. We must remember, manya ennonoyo olyoke omanye gy'olaga. That know your roots to know your destination. Without our language, our roots, our humanity, our Ubuntu loses its foundation. In conclusion, we have shown that Ubuntu is glue of Ganda life. It isn't just a set of rules. It is an identity. It connects our history, our clans, and our daily behavior. As Baganda students, we believe that even in a modern world, the ancient principles remains true. Omuntu muntu lw'abantu. A person is a person because of others. Let us not just discuss Ubuntu for a grade, but live it in our communities. Weebale nnyo okulaba. Thank you so much for watching.